my name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I am reviewing YSL La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum. The price is all over the place again. It's really difficult, from sort of 50 to £100. This fragrance is an amber woody fragrance for men and women. This fragrance was launched in 2019. Top notes are cardamom, grapefruit. Middle notes are leather, lavender, and clary sage. I love clary sage. The base notes are tonka, sandalwood, patchouli, and vetiver. Do we have our bottles of YSL La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum? Are we engaged with our higher self? Let's get testing. So this is going down the road of getting darker. So getting darker is also mean getting deeper and richer. So what color? I think it's going to be this color. But one thing I want to say is that I'm getting a little bit bored of this DNA and the sort of the way it smells. Really, really similar and slightly altered. Initially, I thought it was cool, but now we're on, this is the 5th, and I got a 6th one in a minute. And when you have a look on there, there's hundreds, and I'm kind of getting a little bit bored of it. But that's my opinion, of course. I mean, I know people love this work. I think it's great perfumery. It's not a criticism, but I've noticed it feels a bit boring to me. I'm starting to get a bit bored, and I want to reach for something else. That sort of DNA of sort of dihydromercenol, based against everything, that sort of electric note, the few different essential oils and some wood notes. I'm getting bored of it, and I kind of would love something really, really different. Leave your comments below if you concur with me, or if you disagree with me, if you kind of think they all smell really, really different, or whether you like that, you like the sort of the way they sort of smell sort of slightly altered. That's my personal opinion. You've got more experience with going out there and smelling things. I only smell things when I do these reviews. Personally speaking, I don't like wearing other people's work. I only like wearing my fragrances. So what color do I think the bottle's going to be? I think it's going to be black with a bit of red, but they tricked me last time. So this, I imagine it's going to smell like this. I think that's very clever, but I am getting a bit tired and getting a little bit sort of bored. Saying all that's not a criticism at all. Please don't think of that, but I'm just getting a little bit bored. And I suppose this is the problem when you have flankers. You kind of need it to smell like the original, but you kind of need it to smell different as well. And how different can you go? All that situation. It's so similar. There's a few variations. It has a slight oud quality, a slight leathery, oudy feel. So I quite like this one, actually. It's been very, very well created because it's so dead on down the middle and perfectly balanced. Great mathematics. I actually really like this one. Based upon ISO Super, Hedo absolutely would have. ISO Super is the major constituent because you want this to smell velvety, woody, radiant from the Cashmerum. The oud quality is very, very cleverly done. And this is Cedar Luxolone. It's used massively in French perfumery. Luxolone is in the cedarwood, wood-like raw materials. The oud, I'm going to call it the oud accord, is really great, and that is a combination of smoky notes, patchouli, and wood notes, leathery notes as well. It's given that sort of oudy feel. I'm surprised it didn't say that, but it's really given me oud accord. Vanilla is helping to smooth it out. It's been done so well. That sort of smoothness and slight sweetness with the coumarin and vanillin, with the leathery notes of the Luxolone, patchouli, and other leather aroma chemicals. It's very, very clever because it's so palatable. This sort of pushed either way would have been unbalanced and unpalatable. This is very balanced. You have that lightness, that airiness, that sort of modern metallic nature to the fragrance. Patchouli is an amazing raw material. Patchouli can give darkness and richness to a formula. Another raw material that can do that is cyprol, or there's another name which I can never pronounce, N something, which is a problem when getting it from French suppliers because they use one trade name and then the English suppliers use another trade name. So I just use one, but the CAS number. But those raw materials can give smoothness and darkness to a formula at trace amounts, actually, to give richness, smoothness, darkness. Vetiver at trace amounts gives sort of greenness and a mossy nature, and patchouli gives darkness, richness. There's quite a few forms of patchouli, and gaiac wood can smoke it out. It's sort of rich, dark, sweet. Patchouli is a very interesting raw material as well, because if you put, I spoke to somebody, I'm not going to say who, and she told me that when you put the name patchouli in a name of a fragrance, it plummets. And this person told me that those sort of fragrances never sold ever. So subsequently after that, I immediately did Patchouli Noir and made it as dark as possible to prove a point. I think it comes down to how you sell something. I think she was telling me she just didn't like patchouli, but then the fragrances she subsequently told me that she liked all had patchouli in. I was like, this is very strange to me, but I didn't say anything. I just like, you live with your delusion and I live in reality over here. Okay, you don't like patchouli. All right. So this is giving darkness, richness, smoothness, the photonic quality to it based upon dihydromercenol. ISO Super must give some darkness and a metallic masculine nature. On to my final thoughts. I love this. This is like definitely more me. And I'm hoping as we go up the next level, I'll love that one even more. I would love this more radiant. So that's my only thing with it. I would love a bit more radiance because it's quite gorgeous smell. Sweet leather, dark, masculine. I don't know if women could wear this one actually. I think it's just more masculine than unisex. This one I think is more suitable for evening and colder seasons. This would be awful in warm weather, but if you like it in warm weather, hot weather, knock yourself out. But I think this one would be too clawing around. You wouldn't have that effervescence and life to it. In keeping with the brand, I love the Eau de Parfum. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. When I go through my marks in a minute, I'll be able to jiggle it around a little bit more. This may go up in marks. Just simply because it's not super radiant. I would love that super radiance too, which can be done. I'm going to mark it an 8 out of 10, but as I said, my marks go up and down. I would actually love to have created this fragrance and I would have loved to have really done something with it. I'd love to be them to say, knock yourself out. Yeah, we're going to do a special edition. Knock yourself out. Give us something that's like going to be, people are going to die for. Give us that special occasion. Give us that limited edition fragrance. Any cost. I would love to have designed this. This I think is really nice. Smells similar to my work. There's a raw materials in here I love. So if you love my work, I think you would love this one. So if you love that review, thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content. Lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance views. Hope staying safe and well. See you soon.